This is Colin O'Keefe for checking in for LXBN TV. On January 17th, Health and Human Services released their long-awaited HIPAA/HITECH Omnibus rule. Joining me to discuss some of the basics is Ted Kobus, partner with Baker Hostetler and author on the Data Privacy Monitor. Ted, this, of course, is a 563-page document, so it's a big one. But what do you see as the biggest changes in the new HIPAA and HITECH requirements?
I think the two biggest changes in the requirements are the direct liability that is now going to be in place for business associates, as well as the new definition of the what a breach is considered under the rules. The business associate direct liability is going to affect both covered entities and business associates. It does not mean that we're going to see situations where there's joint and several liability of covered entities and business associates, but rather we're going to see OCR pursuing violations of the HIPAA rules against business associates as well as covered entities. So I think everyone is still going to be responsible for their own violations, but we're going to see much more activity from OCR as a result of this. And then also from the breach standpoint, the breach definition standpoint, we saw a huge change in the definition of a breach. Before we focused on the risk of harm to an individual or to a patient when a situation arose, but now a breach is presumed, and we're going to have to show to OCR why a breach did not occur as we go through the four factors that they've outlined in the new rules as part of our analysis.
I see. So, and second, what are the most important things business associates and covered entities can do to prepare for these new rules?
I think there's several things that they can do, both business associates and covered entities. The first probably is making sure that you are compliant with HIPAA. And that is going to that's going to require that you update your policies and procedures, update your breach response plans so that they reflect how a breach is now defined under the new rules, and to make sure that your house is in order. There's one thing that's clear under this new rule, and that is compliance and documentation are going to be key. So that's really where I would start. And then I would look at my vendor lists and my business associate agreements to figure out where I need to make changes. Do I need to make changes in my contracts? Do I need to make changes in the way I'm selecting vendors? Because under the new rules, not only are business associates liable, but covered entities are also going to be liable if they contract with irresponsible parties.
Absolutely. There's a lot of new rules, and of course, as you mentioned, even the definition of a data breach is changing. So there's a lot that these covered entities and business associates need to be aware of. Once again, that was Ted Kobus of the Data Privacy Monitor. For more of his insight on the matter, be sure to visit dataprivacymonitor.com. And for curated commentary from the LexBlog Network's thousands of authors, visit us at lxbn.com. Thanks, Ted.
Thanks.